Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Francia, and on this channel, we do a little bit of everything. But lately, I have been interested in true crime. And if you're interested as well, I hope you hit your subscribe button and your notification bell so that you always know when I upload. Okay, so today's story is not going to be long at all. In fact, I think it's going to be the shortest one I've ever done. But it is about this person, right? This guy who went on 2 killing sprees and unalived a total of 57 people and injured about 30 more. And apparently, nobody knows why. Okay, there's zero information about him, and I understand that it was way back when in, someplace in Africa, but there's nothing about this guy. But I still thought that it was interesting, hence why I'm doing it. But before we get into the story, I want to remind you guys to please hit your subscribe button once again and share this video if you like that type of content. All right, who exactly are we talking about? Let's get into it. William Unek was born sometime in 1929. Like I said, there's not much information about him, so I couldn't even find the month and the date, but it's believed that he was born in 1929. All I could gather is that he grew up in Uganda and he became a Ugandan police officer, right, when he became an adult. Now, this is where things got a little complicated and weird, and I need answers, okay? He went on his first killing spree in 1954 when he was about 25 years old, okay? Who just wakes up one day and decide, today is a good day for me to unalive some people. I'm thinking 21 is a good number because that's what he did. At 25 years old, he unalived 21 people near the Mahagi, Belgian Congo with an axe. Took him about an hour and a half to do this. This is where I'm like, okay, I need answers, because 25 years old, what 25-year-old wakes up one good day and takes an axe and just be like, I'm about to go unalive some folks? What triggered this kind of behavior, And also, do you know how tiring it would be to just be axing people to death? Like the strength that you would have to use to unalive all these people with an axe. That takes a lot of muscle power. Also, a lot of next level anger. How angry were you? That's just both interesting and sickening to me. I am curious to find the motive because, like I said, that was a lot of anger, and I really wish that I could find more about his childhood. That would give me some sort of an insight as to why homeboy was this disturbed of a dude. But unfortunately, there's not a whole lot on him. Darn it. But anyways, after he did that, he was not caught, right? He escaped and he went to another place called the Tanganyika territory. There, he got a job and he just got a whole new life, and homeboy was living his best life for about 3 years before he struck again. Apparently, for whatever reason, he got into it with his boss. There was like a big misunderstanding between him and his boss, and it was said that he went on a rampage on the morning of February 11th, 1957, like early morning. What possesses you to wake up, 28-year-old dude, first thing in the morning, and you decide, I'm not on good terms with my boss right now, or we fought about this matter or that thing, let me just go and unalive some people. I don't get it. I do not get it. I wish I had some sort of, that giveaway, like from his childhood, that he was going to turn out to be this way, but I don't have anything. But I am putting the story out there. If you stumble into this and you have heard about it, or your grandparents or your great-grandparents grew up in that era, in that part of Africa, and you've heard about the story, and you stumble into this video, please let me know if you have any backstory on this guy, because that was just 2 killing sprees for apparently no reason, no explanation, nothing. Like, I want to know what homeboy dealt with, like, if anyone knows anything about his childhood. I know it's a stretch, but there's got to be something. I am not convinced that people are born killers. I strongly believe that there is something in their childhood that happens to them that may have flipped a switch and they become this way. They're triggered by some things, or I don't know. But I'm not convinced that folks are born to just be killers. So if you know anything about this guy, about his childhood, please comment below or message me or something. But anyways, back to the story. So that morning, he stole a rifle and 50 rounds of ammunition along with an axe, and he started just unaliving people in the area of Malampaka, which is a village about 40 miles southeast of Mwanza. I'm giving all the information, even if I can't pronounce the name, because I'm really hoping someone's grandmother, great aunt, great aunt might know something. So this one took him about 12 hours. Look, I'm not well versed. I'm not well versed in the act of unaliving people using different weapons. I would think that the axe would have taken longer to unalive people, but he used the axe and it took him an hour and a half to unalive 21 people. And he did unalive more people with the rifle and the axe, but I feel like it should have taken him a lot less time to unalive this amount of people. So I'm guessing he probably went to different villages and took breaks and whatnot. But anyways, that's how long it took him, about 12 hours. He shot 10 guys, 8 women, and 8 children with the rifle. Then he unalived 5 more with the axe, and then he stabbed another one, and then he burned 2 women and a child. He then strangled a 15-year-old little girl to death, making his total for that day 36 people. That is crazy. That is nuts. And along those people was his wife. Yeah, he unalived his wife and the wife of his sergeant. What kind of misunderstanding could you have had with your boss that would make you go around taking all these people's lives? What kind of misunderstanding was it? And how were these people responsible for you having a misunderstanding with your boss? And if you had any type of disagreement with your boss, does that mean you go on a killing spree? Make it make sense. Oh my goodness. I literally just have like a big Y on my forehead. Like, what happened? What happened the first time? And then the second time, what kind of misunderstanding? There's no explanation for you having a misunderstanding with your boss and going on a killing spree and unaliving all these people and your wife. What kind of it's not funny, but what kind of misunderstanding with your boss would make you unalive your own wife? I am just puzzled. I am puzzled. I have questions. I have so many questions. Was there an affair? Was his boss nice to his wife and he got all paranoid? I don't understand. I have so many questions. Homeboy did all of this in his police uniform. Yep, he was wearing the police uniform when he did all of this. What a disgrace. Giving the police officers or the police department a terrible name, even though, they're known for being corrupted, but not like this, I don't think. Not overtly like this. That was a blatant disrespect to the police department, I would think. So then after he was done, he changed out of the police uniform and into the clothes of one of the victims that he had stolen, and he fled the scene. For over a week, everybody and their mama was looking for Homeboy. The Wasukuma tribesman, the police, a member of the Africans King Rifles were all looking for him. And it was literally the greatest manhunt at the time in Tanganyika. This guy did not make it easy on them. Even though they had planes, dogs, and a $350 reward, they still couldn't find William. He eluded them for days up until, I guess, his hunger got the better of him and he needed food. And then he spotted a house, okay? He spotted a house and he decided to go look for food there. He showed up to this man's house. His name was, oh Lord, I really hope I'm pronouncing this right. His name was Liumbu Ben Ikombu. He lived about 2 miles away from Malampaka, where William just unalived all these people. Like I said before, he was looking for food, which, the guy gave him, and William ate, thankfully didn't hurt anybody, and then he left. After he left the man's house, the guy reported the incident to the police. They told him if William came back, he needed to try and keep him there and notify the police. Okay, that man was brave. I'm not a dude, so I'm not even gonna try to figure out how to think, but me? If that was me, after this man left, I would have fled. I would have been like, pièce, samedi manger pabau, and I would have taken off. What? Absolutely not. I probably would have just made him nice dinner, have conversations, crack a few jokes. Then I would have gathered what I can after he left and I would have vacated the premises because I'm not about to stay here and wait for this man to come back when y'all not even nearby. They're not even close. Okay? If I'm right and Africa kind of looks like Haiti a little bit, let me paint you a picture, okay? Before you call me a chicken, let me paint you a picture. It was way back when in the Africa. I don't think there was telephones yet, okay? I grew up in the backwoods of Haiti on a farm, and houses are not next to one another. You have to walk for miles on end before you get to another house. And I could imagine how this man even found his house, because you could just be walking in the woods. You just walking in the woods because we be in the woods a lot. Okay, you just walking in the woods and then you just stumble into a house. People just live in random places, woods, because everybody has land. So and it's massive. So you just pick a spot on your land and you decide that's where you're going to live. So this man, William, was probably just walking, trying to, evade the police, going through the jungle, going through the woods. And then he stumbled into this man's house. And there's not going to be another house for miles. So this man can't just be like, hey, can you just flash the neighbor real quick? There is no neighbors. There is no neighbors. There is no telephone, especially back then. If you wanted to get in contact with somebody, you literally had to go yourself or send one of your kids, depending on the urgency of the matter. You would send your kids, or you would go yourself. Or if it was very urgent, then you would get on a horse and go deliver the message or go get the person. Or the other option would be to climb the highest tree that you could and you would call out the person's name. Sometimes they would throw the information in there and then the wind would carry it where it needs to go. That was literally a thing. So yeah, I would not have stayed. Thank you very much for homeboy to come back, especially after hearing about what he did. No, thank you. But like I said, the guy was brave. He stayed. And sure enough, William came back at 1 o'clock in the morning that following day. And the man sent his wife to go alert the police while he kept William occupied in conversations and food and all that good stuff. And it took them about 2 hours to get back to the guy, which is not unlikely because I don't know how far the station was. I assumed that it wasn't close to the dude's house. And then for the wife to walk there, it would take her a minute for her to alert the police and for the police to gather what they need and gather their troops or whatever, and then head back over there on foot because it's so isolated. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, I assume it's very quiet. They wouldn't run the risk of saddling up on horses and all that good stuff and have William hear them coming from miles away, because you can hear stuff, especially, large animals like horses. You can hear them coming. So I assume that the police did not want to draw attention to themselves or have William be spooked. I assume they walked back, which would have taken them some time. Hence why it may have easily taken them 2 hours to get to the dude. But more power to him. Like I said, that was brave. So the police showed up. When they did, he quickly ran away from the house, and then the police threw some sort of an explosive thing in there, like a smoke bomb or something inside the house, inside the hut, which caught on fire and severely injured William in the process as he was trying to escape. He later died in the hospital on February 20th, 1957. Remember how I said earlier that they were offering $350 as a reward for anybody who would help them catch this guy? Now tell me why this man risked his life. He risked his life and his wife's and had his whole entire hut or house destroyed by the police for them to only give this man $125. Tell me why. The way I am angry, they give this man $125 and a British Empire medal for his bravery. No, you can take that medal and give this man what he is owed. After y'all set this man's house on fire, no. Give him the full amount promised and then a little extra for setting his house on fire. What? Y'all lied. Not only did you not compensate this man for helping you catch the guy, you burned down his house and did not compensate him for that either. That is crazy. Oh, I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad. I'm upset. I'm upset for him. I know it was way back when, but I am upset for him. Although William died and wasn't like prosecuted or anything like that, there's a few good things, I suppose, that happened. There's a fund that was created to help support the descendants of the people that he killed. And then there's a maternity clinic that was built, and I want to say not in his honor, but as a result of him unliving all of these people. So yeah, it was one of the worst times in history. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of William Unek. Like I said, I wish I had more on him, but I don't. So if anybody knows anything about this story, or if you're in Uganda and this happens to fall in your lap, ask somebody if they know anything, because I'm really interested in finding a little tidbit about his childhood, like how he grew up and things of that nature. Anything that could give some sort of an insight as to what the motive could have been for him to go on these killing sprees. I know it's highly unlikely, like I said before, but hey, I'm just putting it out there. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. But until then, I hope to see you in the comment section. Bye.